In today's episode of Tony versus the Universe, see how serious I got? I went from being like, ha ha ha, to my guest is recording artist Latoya.
What's happening?
Check out her work.
Where do I start? You know my heart. I need you to work on me. Please don't throw me away. Father, I pray. I need you to work on me. Work on me. Work on me. I need you to work on me. Work on me. Work on me. Work on me.
In today's episode of Tony versus the Universe, I am back with Latoya.
What's happening?
Latoya,
Yes.
what is that right there?
What do you want to know? This is actually, they just came in the mail today, but this is a physical copy of my album.
Yes. Look at this.
And who did the cover?
You know I was going to give you crap. Well, actually, I did give you crap the last time because I said, like, I didn't make the cover. What did the inside photo look like?
You made the cover, you made the inside, and you made the back. And
This is how I blush. Is this my copy?
That is your copy.
I got to frame this.
You should.
Hey, that's so dope. I was giving you crap last time we talked. I was like, I guess I just didn't make the cut right.
Listen, you totally did.
I totally did. I'm excited.
Most of my professional photos you did.
Really?
Yeah, most of them.
Thanks, Capo. Thanks, Tatum. I don't even know if Tatum had a part to play in that, but it's gonna shout him out. Latoya.
Yes.
So you were born and raised in?
Edwardsville, Illinois.
I've been there like 5 times.
Yeah.
A handful of times. Okay. How was life growing up in Edwardsville?
Interesting.
You say interesting.
Interesting to say the least. Yes.
Got you.
Because Edwardsville is it's a college town, right? But when I was growing up there, it was a small town, and there were parts of it that were really, really country.
Mm-hmm.
Then there were parts of it that were very, very affluent, and then there was like, well, we called it Cottonwood. Like Cottonwood was like the hood,
right?
That area, and then there were like your middle class people all spread out,
right.
But there was only one high school. So
throughout all of that.
Yes.
Really?
Yes. So you had kids that literally farmed.
Yeah.
And kids that drove Porsches.
They weren't riding tractors.
And kids on Section 8 all going to the same school. So I learned a lot, yo. I had friends that lived in trailer parks. I had friends that lived in apartments. I had friends that had intercoms in their houses. Like, they didn't even scream for each other. They're like, Mom, can you bring us some juice? Like, yeah.
Some Sunny Delight? No,
you're laughing, but that's real life.
What?
Yes.
So I guess I experienced the more rural area when we went to, what was that? That was Ebony's wedding in Syria. I was like, why did you take me this way? Like, I think I've been to Edwardsville before, and it didn't take me through no farmer's field. Yeah. Like, but all right, though. That's pretty crazy. Okay, so elementary school, middle school, high school. Okay, so how were, like, the social activities? You guys had a skating rink, or no?
Yes. That was it. That was the life. That was the highlight.
Was it?
Skate corral. Oh, for sure.
So you say you weren't nobody unless you were there.
You weren't.
Really?
The lock-ins? Oh my! That was the place to be when you were in school. And every holiday they would have something going on, but it also made my ear, right? Because you want to skate,
right?
So you would skate to. We had like 2 or 3 black songs that they would play that we could skate to, right? And then I'm really up on my Guns N' Roses and my Def Leppard.
So am I. Keep going.
So I have an ear for music because they played it all. Yeah.
But I guess country. If they did play like hip hop songs, it would be like the most top 10 pop
right.
song
So it's like,
or something.
Oh my God, finally we gonna skate. And then
right.
It'd be that followed by Achy Breaky Heart.
And hopefully they didn't mix the song because you're only gonna get like 30 seconds of it.
There's no mixing. The
that
DJ
is
would
so
just
wild. So wait, what's the population of us there? It was at that time. I know it's different now.
Yeah. At that time, the school, I'd probably say it was like 80-20.
Really?
Maybe 90-10. Like, it was.
Did you see it progressively get bigger from like elementary school to like?
Yeah, it progressively started getting bigger. Plus, it's a college town, so a lot of times families would move on campus and then their kids would go to the school. But yeah, it progressively. But the thing about it is, a lot of us that were already there, like our family. So I was probably, if you were there, I probably was related.
Right. So most of your family is from?
Well, yeah. A good majority of them migrated from Mississippi to this area.
Mom, I don't know what you were thinking. I be saying this to my mom and my sister. I'll be like, bro, they got Florida, Texas. Like, what made y'all come the same way? And they all from Mississippi.
Yep. it was like one person got here, and then they just sent for everybody else, and then everybody just kind of kept making that migration this way, and
I'm
they
not
just
gonna say it.
settled here, and
Right.
they settled in Edwardsville.
I'd be like, Mom, you got places that are super warm.
Yo.
So how often did you get to St. Louis, like North County?
Okay, so that happened like when I got in high school. You know, when I got mobile, got a car and stuff like that, that's when you learned about the Palace and Saints. And there's more to life than skate corral.
There's more outside of this.
There's more to life than a skate corral. So I got to go to the Palace and I got to go to Saints, and you saw people that look like you and like, oh my gosh, I love this song. I like these songs. I like this. I like this a lot. And so we got to come over here a lot more often. And then I started spending way more time on this side of the world.
Got you. Good. See? Cultured you, or is that not cultured you, or diversified you? Is that what is that? Diversified. Because you made a comment before that I laughed about, and you were like, when you thought you were black, living in a predominantly white town, and then you're not as black when you go to.
Listen, so when different spaces require a different version of you in order for people to feel comfortable with you, right? So in Edwardsville, like I said, it was like 80-20 or whatever. And so you learn the lingo. You learn how to behave or act a certain kind of way, right?
Right,
so,
in that environment, right?
Yeah, but when you just be yourself, it's like, you know, it's like, I'm taking it back. Oh, my God, like, she's so black.
Right.
And then, and I would go to, like, a Saints or a Palace where blackness looks completely different.
Right.
I wasn't black enough.
Like, so where's the middle space?
Yeah, when people talk to you like, yeah, so why you talk like that? Why you talk so proper? Like, do I talk proper?
Man, I used to get that song, be like, because I enunciate?
Is that what it is? I don't know.
Why do you sound like that? I sound like I can read. I don't know. Like, how do you sound
literate?
like
I don't know. I speak the King's
right?
English.
That is so crazy. I guess that is true, though. I mean, you adapt to that environment. Like, that's so wild. But it's so funny to think about it from that perspective.
It is, but like when I came over here, when I first started coming to St. Louis, there were places that we would go, or people were like, can you take me to the Chinaman around the corner? I'm literally like looking for the place with the sign over the door that says Chinaman. I didn't know.
Had no idea.
No idea. Like, y'all talking about the people. Y'all know that's racist, right? Like,
like
the Chinaman. Okay.
You like, man, we just came from over there, Mom. We ain't seen no Chinaman on the corner.
Or things like, you know, oh, can you raise your window down? Like,
you say raise it? You mean lower?
Let's talk this through. How do you raise?
Mean goes up. That is hilarious. No, but that's
raise your window.
I need a whole
down
podcast. I felt like I struggled with that forever. Okay. So then you knew that you could sing at what age?
I think other people knew before I knew. I just got not forced, I'm going to say forced, but encouraged into singing. I have pictures of me singing as early as like 3 years old. Yeah, and then like probably by 5 and stuff, I was leading songs at the church and stuff like that. Yeah.
Huh?
And we had a little kids choir and stuff.
So elementary school, they were like, come on, Toya.
Yeah.
You're like, I don't want to sing today. But Mom, I'm sick. My throat hurt. Come on.
Ain't like, none of that.
Right here.
Oh, you're singing, sis.
So at that age, you were like, so when did you start conducting the choir?
12.
Really?
The adult choir.
Really?
Yeah.
So then when did you start taking music seriously to say, okay, well, I can make something of this? I thought you previously said you had created a song. It was like a hometown sort of like hit.
Yeah. So I was in a group. We called ourselves Appeal at the time. And we kind of went through some changes, you know, girl groups, you know.
Right.
We went through some changes and things. So, but I wrote this song. It was the first song I ever wrote called My Fantasy. And, you know, you get songs on a little CD and it starts circulating around St. Louis. And I've actually sang it at weddings.
Really?
Before. Yeah. It's still to this day, people like, you got that song? I've sent it out. I need to like recut it or something. But yeah.
Capo.
They, I started doing that. And that's when I really got serious about songwriting and stuff like that. But I had an ear for music, and I started noticing that I had an ear for music and had the ability to write songs, and I started taking it seriously. I probably say like after I graduated from high school, I decided instead of going away to school, I was going to like really give music a shot.
Yeah. So is that the song that you said that they were playing on the radio?
No, there was another song I did called Don't Feel Bad. Shout out to DJ Chaos, because I don't know how he heard it. Somebody played it for him. And then, you know, just had that.
It just happened.
Yeah, I had that 5 heartbeats moment where my song's on the radio. Like
you wake up a Saturday morning screaming.
Yo, I was in a car or something. I was just like, I don't remember if I was in a car or if I was at home, but I just remember like minding my business and just hearing it play. Like, how did dude even get the record?
You like huh? That's me.
I never put it out. I never recorded it to put it out or anything like that. So I was like, how did he even get it?
Totally before cell phones, you couldn't even snap that moment.
Couldn't.
It was like
so many moments that I wish I could that I had. At the same time, I'm really glad that a lot of stuff wasn't counted. I'm glad that social media didn't exist when I was a teenager. I'm glad that we didn't have ready access to cameras when I was a teenager. Yo,
me and my buddies talk about that. I'm like, we would be in trouble.
So much trouble.
But well, actually, we did have a VHS recorder. Look how old I am, dating myself. And somehow, like, the videos end up being destroyed. Thank you. Shout out to Roscoe for throwing that away. Because, boy, I don't think we would have been, I don't know, would we have been ready for stuff like that?
I don't know.
Back in, like, the 90s? Maybe not. I don't even know. So this project, where's the inspiration for that?
Yo, do you want the truth or, like, the fun version?
The fun version. Because when I met you, I said, what style is it? And you, like, what sound or genre? And you told me, and I was like, oh, okay. That's pretty cool. Yeah. So, like, well, I guess you could give me the truth. I'm like...
Well, the truth isn't that fun. So, like, I'm trying to keep it been light and upbeat. I'm like, I don't want to get all heavy and dark on you. Right. But honestly, the truth is, I'm going to give you the short version, is that I was going through a really dark time. My marriage was crumbling. My family was falling apart. And I felt completely gutted and empty inside. And I really was just, for years, I was just surviving. And I decided I don't want to be sad anymore.
Right.
I'm not going to be a victim for the rest of my life. Sure, terrible things happen to me. Terrible things happen to other people, too. People have things that happen to them, right? So what are you going to do, sis? You going to lay here all day and stay sad for the rest of your life and just keep letting life trickle on by? You going to get up and do something about it.
Do something about it.
So I decided I was going to be happy.
Right.
And then when I made it, it's funny because it's like as soon as people talk about manifesting all the time, but like legit, as soon as I made up my mind that I'm going to live.
Right.
And even if I'm terrified, I'm going to do it anyway.
Yeah.
And so Tatum, we've been friends since 8th grade. And so he was like, hey, I got this artist. I want you to come through and check him out and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay. But I'm like, I said I'm going to start saying yes to things. And so
I didn't mean this week.
Right.
Maybe yes next week.
Right. So I showed up and it was J.O. and we played music and listened. That's where I met Capo at.
Okay.
And so we were doing that. And then Capo was like, yeah, we got to hook up because I got some artists I need you to work with and blah, blah, blah. And again, I'm on my yes train. So I'm like, okay. And so I started writing some hooks from some artists that he had. And then he made this beat, posted it on Instagram.
Yeah.
I inboxed him like, yo, what's that? Who's that for?
What song is that for?
It was Bounce Back.
Okay.
So he was like, well, it's yours if you want it. I was like, yeah, give me that.
You say I need that.
I need that. So he gave it to me. And I was actually on my way to Jeff City to a meeting. And I was listening to the track over and over. I was writing. I ended up writing the song on the way there and on the way back. I sang it to my phone. And then I sent it to him. I played it for my friend. I was really nervous to play it. And they were like, oh, this is so tight. Da, da, da. He's like, no, because I had a session already scheduled. And I was going to record something, it's going to be a really sad song. I was getting ready to record. He's like, no, we're recording that. We're going to record that in the studio. And so legit, the next day, we recorded.
Was that the day that I showed up?
No, that was Insufferable.
Was it? So I came in later. I tried to insert myself some process of this.
You came through Insufferable, yeah.
So when did you record? What is the other single that you shot? Sonny directed.
Work on Me.
Work on Me.
And
that was the
Harder
second
to Love.
song. Okay, got you. I like Work on Me.
Yeah, me too.
So I'd be in the car like, not even singing your part, but like the harm. Who was? So when you did the live performance of Ferguson, who
sang background for me?
They or them?
Them.
Them.
Oh, I love them so much. Gabriel Moore, Chanel Scott, and Amy Connor. They sang for me. However, they are amazing singers, but the magic happens from Angie G.
Who was Angie G?
Angie G is a vocal extraordinaire. She did and arranged. Yeah, she arranged all the background vocals on Work on Me.
Really?
All that.
That's
Angie kills it. Killed it. I told her to just go crazy.
How long have you known her?
Did we meet in? probably say like 2000.
So it's been a minute.
10, yeah.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Mm-hmm.
But you do a little bit of vocal coaching also.
Not really.
Really?
I don't really coach people. I mean, you can tell whether somebody has the ability to sing.
You could just say suck.
Or not.
I can see it coming out. You can just say,
but if
somebody
they have
sucks.
the ability, you know, you can give people pointers, and I'm still open for pointers myself. You know what I'm saying? So I don't like to take when you say you're a vocal coach. Like, you don't know what you're doing.
So can anybody sing?
No. Everybody has. Everybody has.
He said it so seriously.
Everybody has the gear.
Right.
To sing. You
right.
know, you have the voice box lyrics,
right.
all the things to sing, but no, everybody doesn't have the ability to put those things together.
Just something in their range?
I mean, somebody could sing "This Little Light of Mine, I'm gonna let it shine." Sure.
Maybe theatrically, but not so much. Because we talked about that the last time where there's people that audition for like American Idol, and I'm like, that song's not in your range. Right. I'm like, what? Whole baritone come out singing falsetto, Robin Thicke.
It's the worst. And staying on pitch, those things. Sometimes people just have an ear for that stuff. My son, he's 6. He has an ear for it.
Really?
Yeah.
Already? So your oldest son singing. That's the one who sang at the birthday. Yeah. The runs was hidden.
He can sing. Shout out.
And I got the video. I got to post that.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, because he be hidden. Okay, so other thing that I noticed during auditions, getting off topic, but people with really unique voices. Mm-hmm. It seems like it's super hard for them to win because they can't do the other songs that they want them to sing, like, you know.
Yeah, so some people have, like, I'm a big fan of women with lower register voices. Like, I love Layla Hathaway. I love Gladys Knight. I love...
Did you mention Macy Gray before? Maybe you didn't mention Macy Gray before.
I think we did talk about Macy Gray before because of her uniqueness.
It's like that raspy.
Yeah, raspy... You'll know that's a Macy Gray thing.
Mm-hmm.
Brandy, too, she has a certain, like, raspiness
to
her voice that makes it unique. So anytime they sing a song, they're going to make it their own.
Right.
They don't have a choice because of the way that their voice is structured. And then there's some people that can just sing straight, but a lot of times their voices kind of get lost in the mix because it sounds average. Now, my talking voice, and we'll play this back, my talking voice is heavy.
Yeah.
For a woman. I know that. I'm aware of that. But if I'm singing, there's ways I can get here, but I can't get here softly. I got a belt if I'm going to be in my upper register. But I can get lower than most women can in my register.
See, like, I felt like I could sing at one point, but my voice was never like...
Funny, you can sing.
No, my voice was never, like, strong to project. Like, it would
You just
crack.
had to stay...
Like...
How old were you, 15?
Right. No, man, when I first started singing, shout out to Miss Spencer, I think it was like 7th or 8th grade choir. Okay. And she was like, in front of the whole class. I'm like, what's up now?
Sometimes puberty gets a hold of that throat.
But I had never sang in front of people. And then it's like, come here. And I was like, oh, you want to talk to me? I wasn't back there talking. It was like, sing. What? Mm-hmm. Man. And everybody in class was looking at you like, yeah. But no, so I guess I discovered that I could sing. But however, when puberty happened, that was like right out the window. Tried to sing in the car. It was horrible. But we had talked about me doing that audition in Nashville for that Carrie Ann versus Bruno. ABC or NBC show, whatever. And I was trying to hit the Music Soul Child.
What did you say?
I thought it was Amazing Grace or something like that, whatever it was.
Okay.
Because I think it was something simple where, like, you were in copyright issues or something at the time. I bombed. Excuse my language. That shit was trash. Bro. So we talked about this before. So you've done auditions before. Mm-hmm. And people think that if you're watching outside looking in on TV, you think that you get out of the car, walk into the building, you get your number, and then you go sing in front of, like, Simon Cowell. It's not like that. You're singing in front of all these singing coaches and all these other people, whatever. And so I sang in front of this dude, and I was trying my hardest, and he just looked at me. He was like, no. Okay. So you can go ahead and get in line. I still had to perform, like dance or whatever, but it just didn't. Man, my partner was like, he drove me legit, from Nashville to St. Louis.
If you want to be a professional entertainer, you have to have thick skin. And it sucks because, like, my album's ready to come out, and I'm excited about it, but I'm also, like, people are going to criticize it. You know, they'll have their opinions whether it's good or bad, and
right.
that kind of comes with it. People will be critical of your art or of your skill set or whatever. Some people will love you, some people won't. But when you go to audition and you really hopeful and you're all vulnerable and they're just like, nah, you know, you got to go home and deal with that and deal with your emotions and deal with your feelings and stuff like that, and still not question yourself and question whether you're doing the right thing. Right. Should I just go get a desk job somewhere?
Yeah. Dave Chappelle said this, I want to say it was on Oprah or something like that. He said there are no weak people in like show business. Man, you know how many no's people get? Yeah. You just suck or you're horrible. And you literally leave questioning your talent, your ability. Sometimes I feel like talent's a curse because if you can't use it the way that you want to use it, it bothers you unless you have an outlet or something like that.
And also I think there's some pain associated with it too.
Yeah.
I like a lot of people that I know that are entertainers, especially comedians and stuff like that, like they have such painful stories. So the pain associated with me with like acting in like photos or whatever, photography, I go to Gap and like I stand, you ready to leave? And I'm standing here, I'm analyzing this photo because I'm like, okay, so they shot the light from here. I wonder if they know that they can see the catch light in the eyeballs. Like I can't look at photos the same before that. And so prior to me even doing photography, I was doing like acting. I was like taking acting classes, like, you know, privately, whatever. And so like, it's hard for me to even watch movies. Like it's a pain associated with it unless like I'm doing it myself. Like, do you feel like that's the same with you? Like, so when you hear new songs on the radio, you're like, why'd you put this run here? Maybe they should have sang it differently here. With the music, yes, I listen to music differently, but I also watch it differently too. Like when it's being delivered like, in person. I watch the whole aesthetic, like the whole show, the whole thing that you put together. But yeah, I can hear a song and enjoy it, especially if they're really, really good. Right. But if there's like little things that you can just kind of catch, you're like,
you like, no. You like,
and especially like not even being critical of other people, but of myself.
Right.
Because sometimes when you sing and then you hear yourself back, you're like,
yeah.
I
hate watching myself.
I do it again, like or when you're in the booth and the engineer's like, "You like that?" Like, I'm never gonna like anything.
So how hard is that to even record in the booth? Like talk to the engineers because you can hear the music, but you can't necessarily hear yourself so much.
Like it's not like an acoustic situation, but you can hear the playback, right? And then sometimes they're looking for a certain feel because when you sing, a lot of times when you're recording, you're not catching the whole song from beginning to end. It's like you're just going there and singing the whole song. You can sing a line at a time, a verse at a time, or whatever. And so when you're doing that, that first line is like, "Ooh, that's really good." Now your energy level, the second line needs to match the first line. Right. And now you get in your head, and you're all stuck in your head, and you get stuck a certain kind of way. They're like, "Try it a different way." I can't try it another way. It's only in my head this way. And then when they're asking you, "Well, what do you think? What do you think about it? What do you think?" Like when that's like a lot of times in my sessions. Some people like a lot of people in their sessions because they like the energy of it. Yeah. I'm not that.
And like the feedback.
I'm not that. I like a few people that I trust and whose opinions I value in the room. And like, yo, what you think about that? What did you think about
Don't ask me because I'm going to be like, I like it.
Well, Capo,
you be like, I totally trash. I like it.
Capo is super bossy. So like when he's in the studio, but I can respect it because he knows what he's listening for. Right. So he'll be like, no, do it again. But he just
every
be
time
a butthole sometimes because he's not like, oh, you know, just try. He's like, no, that ain't it.
He's like, no, do that again.
Yeah.
Hey, could you go back, copy that, paste it, double it? Okay, yeah, do that again.
That's good.
It's crazy to watch the engineers too because they be like, copy,
and them fingers.
Yeah.
Shout out to the engineer. Shout out to Carter.
Dude is like dope. No, but I felt like I feel like that's one of the hardest things to record in the studio because it's a weird space to be in. Got you. Okay, so watching Adele or someone sing on TV. Can you predict where they're gonna breathe, like before they're hitting these notes? Like, do you see that? I guess from like a singer's perspective, huh? So that's a gift I don't have. But like,
you can tell when there's some like pre stuff going on and some post stuff going on too. Yeah. But sometimes, especially like if you ever go I went to the New Edition concert recently, right? And it was bomb.
Is this the one where Bobby was like
out of breath? Leave Bobby alone. Bobby is an OG. Triple OG.
I love Bobby.
He can catch his breath if he needs to because he killed it. But it was New Edition, Jodeci, and Charlie Wilson. And I was watching their show like that. And so there are times when their notes need to be really, really long. And you can tell when they're adding that echo in there so it can be
like
clear,
stretching
it out for them. Because you're upstate, you're performing, you're dancing. Yep. And some of the stuff you can tell is like they have some underlying vocals, some supporting vocals that are pre-recorded that are going on to make it sound as good as it possibly can.
Yeah.
So there's little tricks that
that
everybody
you can do to
doesn't
make yourself sound better.
Everybody doesn't sound perfect.
I need auto-tune.
You get that real when people have to sing like the national anthem and stuff. That's why everybody be panicky when they have to sing the national anthem.
Heart be pounding.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I could do that.
There's no extra there.
I don't think they could pay me enough to do that. I wouldn't be. Well, I guess because I would bomb, but still, like, I would bomb. Okay, so that concert you just went to, who was the best performer?
Well,
At this age, who still had that?
They all did. I was really excited.
Really?
Yeah, legit.
Yeah.
Like Jodeci killed it.
Boy.
Casey got his voice back. Like he was killing. And there was a time when they had fell off, and I was like, ugh. But and New Edition for them to be of a certain age at this point, they still.
And so it was Bobby Brown and Ralph Tresvant and was Johnny Gill.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Johnny too. All of them.
Hey, that's kind of fire.
It was. And Charlie Wilson had just had knee surgery, and he was up there getting his little jig on.
But Jodeci's album.
Which one?
It was the one that they did for MTV. Well, it's the first album. Is it? So it was the one that they did for MTV's Unplugged, where it was like acoustic and they just played piano.
Okay, I kind of.
And they did like Lately.
Yeah.
That live stuff is crazy.
Yeah.
Like Casey and JoJo be fire.
Yeah.
So what are the other guys? They just background. Mr.
No.
Dalvin, the other guy, like, is that his name?
Don't do Dalvin. Yes, Dalvin and Devontae.
Hip.
Devontae Swing. Well, Devontae, he got off into producing and stuff as well. So he was more on the production, songwriting side of things. But yeah, they all played an integral role.
Well, like 112, you would only hear the other guy and then Slim, and you very
Slim
rarely
had
heard
the
like
kind of
the
unique voice that stood out. But they could
"Tell
sing.
what I wanted to." It was like super high, but you knew his voice.
Yeah, he killed
Shout
it
out to
like
him.
he
I swear Capo did beats for them too.
Did he?
Yes, he did. Yeah, actually, I know for a fact because they always had that producer tag at the beginning. I had no idea that they were coming to town.
You
Okay.
missed it?
So, favorite male singer that's currently producing songs or putting out songs. I think we talked about Music Soul Child.
Yeah.
Or was it Rome? Not Rome, Major.
You like Major.
My wife likes Major.
Major's tight.
I tried to sing Major.
Well, I love the verses that Anthony Hamilton and Music Soul Child just had.
He is a super
Yeah.
unique voice, Anthony Hamilton. But that's like more the raspy type of, right? Okay.
Yeah, for sure. Current though, I like Giveon.
Yeah.
He has a unique voice as well.
Yep. What's the song? What's the current song?
Heartbreak Anniversary.
Heartbreak Anniversary. Yep. I almost sung that for a second.
Hit it.
Can't do it. I gotta clear my voice. I can't do that. What?
Yeah, but
Okay.
I love his voice.
Female.
Jasmine's killing it right
Jasmine who?
now. Sullivan.
I haven't heard anything from her in a while.
Why?
Don't do me. Sorry.
Why?
I don't know. I haven't heard anything from a while.
Okay, what I need you to do is get your whole life together and go and listen to Hotels.
You say Google this whole thing.
The whole thing. Actually, there's a deluxe edition. She just re-released it with additional songs.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hotels. HEA.
What was the number one hit that she had before that I would know her from?
Boy, I need you bad as a heartbeat.
That's one. And what was the other one?
I bust the windows
That's it.
out your car.
That's
Yes.
exactly what I thought it was.
That's
She
the
has super negative energy. We like the song though. But actually all the dudes came out with like a remix to that. Like what? That is hilarious though. Okay. So you like her
I love her.
because of her other musical talents, her
Yes.
instruments,
And
piano and strings and
She's a musician.
from a younger age. Similar to you. Okay.
Well, my instrument is my voice.
Yeah.
The way my hands are set up, like I remember I tried to take piano lessons. I just don't have the stretch.
Just like can't even.
For it. The guitar thing is another thing that requires stretch. These little fingers just won't cooperate. I have like 5th grade fingers.
You could play little keys.
Blink, blink, blink.
Blue moon. Playing it on that.
This is my instrument right here.
So, how many songs are on this album?
13, 12. 13,
Is it?
13.
I have not heard all of these. There's no way.
Yeah. Well, I mean, one is not a song per se. So
Okay.
12 songs.
Got you. And so this was a re-release date from the interruption we had with COVID.
Yeah, COVID.
Got you.
I'm so sick.
Aren't we all?
Yeah.
They got some new stuff coming out now.
I know it's over there in China. They need to keep it. You know it's gonna migrate this way.
Going to stop these flights right now, fam. We don't need none of that.
None
no,
of
people
it.
are already like,
I got
bro.
plans. I done paid my whole trip off. I'm going to Mexico in June.
What?
I don't care what y'all
Trying to be outside. Actually, I don't think Mexico cares. So even at the heat of COVID, it's like, bro, you can go ahead and show up. I think, I was just in Mexico in 2019. It was the last time I was there. It was a fun time. It was, it was the middle of summer, but it was like super warm though. But it was, everybody's super nice. Everybody speaks English better than I do, and then they be confused when you don't speak Spanish. I'll be like, "What?" I'm sorry, bro. No, but yeah, they super friendly down there. When are you guys going?
June.
Really? You and
Me and my homegirl Tamia.
really? No Ebony, huh? See how she did you? Throw that out there.
You lousy. Everybody had a chance to go. Everybody was presented with the opportunity to go.
All the girls that were at her wedding, Ebony's wedding.
No, actually, Tamia, it's her birthday. It's her
Okay,
birthday's
gotcha.
in June, so we're going. She invited a bunch of people, and
Yeah,
everybody flaked, but
that's funny.
I ain't flaking.
You heard what she said. I didn't say. It was her words, not mine. So, the release date for this is
Tuesday, March the 22nd.
really.
Yeah,
I'm excited,
me too.
but I don't have to download it because I ain't got it right here. I gotta frame this.
You should. I mean, who listens to CDs really anymore? But
Me?
You do still? Well, that's what we got some friends.
I'm hands down the only person. Seriously.
I still like the idea of being able to have something tangible.
Yeah.
I mean, I dig digital music, but it lacks that.
Yeah.
You don't realize, like, this is something. It's something that somebody worked on and created, and it took time and energy and a lot of money. It took a lot of money to create this stuff, and so to get to the end of the process and not have something to
to hold on to
is tragic to me.
You feel like me explaining this stuff to my wife because I have every magazine I've ever bought. Yeah. I swear. I was like, I can't. I was like, it meant something to somebody. You see this behind me?
Yeah.
People who watches DVDs?
Me. And VHS tapes.
Legit be in the car like, hey, pop that CD in real quick. We were talking. I was trying to explain this to my son because there's definite difference in like, I guess technology from when we were younger. So actually, when I was in high school, it's 2001. That's 21 years. Anyway, just the CD books we used to have in the car,
in
like
the car rolling, like
pop the faceplate out of my radio like before I went in. But yeah, it's just no. But I still use CDs. I drive my wife's car. She drives my car. That's what happens when you get married.
I mean, it's to the point now that new cars don't even have CD players in them anymore.
No, new cars don't even come with spare tires. I'm like, bro, how am I? They're like, well,
I still have a record player. I still go to Vintage Vinyl and buy records.
Are you serious?
Yeah. It's just something.
Are we trying to hold on? Maybe we should just.
There's a sound too. This, I guess, nostalgic that comes from a record player, and again, I just like the idea of having something to hold on to. So
I guess there's a justification for me even holding on to stuff because, like, whenever I want to watch certain movies, they don't always have them on every like streaming service, so I could just go listen to it or whatever, And there are actually a lot of CDs that I have are not on every streaming service, so it's something tangible I could have. But I really do like the photos, though.
I bet you do.
And the back. Can I see the inside of this one? I'm gonna call my wife down here. Babe, this looks so fire. I was present when we took this. Wait, what shoot was this? Wasn't the first one though?
No, this was the second one. We were in on Main Street. And then we came and did some indoor ones too.
So the video that we did of like you walking, I wish we would have like shot a whole like segment like video that night because that was dope.
Now we know better now, so we got more stuff.
I'm like, next time we shoot, you got to bring it.
We got lots of stuff. We got so much more work still.
I know, right? So you have any other songs in the work? So I know that you've been working with other artists that Did you do? It was J. Copes. Okay.
I did a feature with Jay Copes. I did a feature with Petey Wistro. And I have a feature on my record from the Hamiltons.
And that was the day I couldn't even get to the studio. Got you. And they're a gospel group. You sure?
I promise.
You sure? Are they sure? Are we sure? Are they really?
Yeah.
Say just straight R&B.
The Hamiltons got their name from being background singers for Anthony Hamilton.
Got you. So that's where the Hamiltones come from.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Are they really good?
They are
amazing.
amazing.
I'm like asking. Like I would have been trying to work with them.
Put some respect on it.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so is that out? Is that released?
No, that's not out yet.
So you know
you
what
know,
I'm going to say right now. I'm about to say, right?
You know that we've been sitting on this record for
Right.
almost 2 years. So we're finally glad to just get the chance to put it out here. But yeah, I've continued to work. So once this gets rolling and stuff like that, we already loading up the chamber for round
Right.
2.
I get super disappointed like when I hear the songs and then I
Ready
don't
for
get to
them to
hear it.
come out
Yeah,
now,
like that
right?
day, and I'm like, oh, there's a whole process to this.
Right. And then
Okay.
the other thing too is like I don't want to say I struggle because this project meant something to me,
Right.
and it meant something different to me than like the stuff that I'm working on now. And I don't like the idea of, I mean, I know that things need labels, right?
Right.
When you go to the grocery store, you want to know where the dairy products are because
Right.
it's easier to find. But like with music, when they define things as genres, put the music in the genre,
Right.
but don't put the artist in the genre.
Right.
I don't like that idea.
And I guess a lot of artists have been breaking that, like, and doing other things.
So this album is definitely a gospel album,
Yeah.
right? But that doesn't necessarily make me a
gospel
gospel
singer,
artist.
right.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So like the songs that I've been working on lately have been very heavy R&B songs.
Yeah.
Like not like R&B gospel songs, but
Right.
straight R&B songs. And like if I want to do a country song, I want to be able to do country. If I want to do a rock song, I want to be able to do that.
Yeah.
If I want to rap, I want to be able to do that.
I think Nelly
and I
done
don't want
broke
nobody
all
to
those barriers, right? You know what I'm saying?
I don't like the idea of containing artists.
Right.
To,
Or just say that you're just this type
yeah,
of artist.
this type
So
of
yeah.
artist. Like, I'm an artist.
Yeah.
That's
So
it.
do you like performing live?
You know, I'm better in the studio.
Really?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I've heard you live. I'm like, no.
You know,
Is it the pressure, I guess, of like
it's
Gotcha.
the pressure. It's what your voice is capable of that day. You know, sometimes
Right.
you wake up and you're like, huh, man, and you know you got to go out there and deliver no matter what.
right.
And when you're in studio, you know, if you're having a bad day, you can reschedule your session. But
Right.
like, it don't matter what life threw you today. You got to
say
show.
you out there.
You gotta go and perform. I don't care what just happened. You could have the biggest fight of your life. Them
Is
people
it-
paid their money to
Is
show
it
up.
tea and honey? Is that what they use?
Listen, I done heard a whole bunch of stuff. Tea, honey, warm water, salt water, all kinds of
It's
things.
a studio with Jay Copes. He was, let me get some more tea. You got some honey? Like squeezing it in there. I was like, okay, I guess. Let me try that if that's how I can sing
So
like you.
all the things that you have to do, and no matter what, you got to show up and you got to deliver.
Yeah.
So you got to be able to compartmentalize your feelings, put your stuff to the side,
Right.
and deliver. You can go backstage and fall apart
Right.
after it's all over, but
And that's what I'm saying. Like, there's no weak people in show business. Like, so imagine who just did a Vegas? Was that J-Lo or that wasn't Britney Spears? I mean, these people are going out here every day singing for months.
no matter what.
Voice is struggling. Well, I guess they could always do like audio. Like,
Yeah, but you know how some days you just don't feel like it?
Yeah.
You can't not feel like it.
yeah,
And you
So
got to
you ain't got no
deliver
choice.
at a high level all
Yeah.
the time. Yeah.
that is wild.
That's professional. And
Maybe I don't want to sing.
you got to know what you signed up for. You know, the best display of that I saw one time, I went to see Marlon Wayans. He was at Comedy Club here in St.
Right.
Louis. Hilarious, right?
Mhm.
And at the end of the show, he let the audience know that one of his dear friends had just passed away, and he had just found out about it right before his set. So he literally
Really?
sucked it up, did the show. I mean, hilarious.
And he
then-
still has to project that energy to
he
be
gave
funny,
it
and so
funny. And then he announced that his friend had passed, and he made us all shout him out, and he just broke on stage, like just broke down in tears. And his boy came and held him up or whatever. And I was just like,
you ain't go up there. You were like, hey, let me get, hey, fam.
you just felt it in your heart.
Yeah.
It's just like you literally just put that over here to deliver this show.
For us.
And then as soon as it got done, like, okay, I'm done working now. And as soon as I mentioned this man's name, I just fall to pieces. And you just saw his humanity. And I think that's really important for people to remember that
Yeah.
your favorite artist, your favorite actress.
Go through stuff also.
Yeah, they're humans.
Yeah, that's why I feel like people bash Kanye like a lot for. I guess he's super vocal about his feelings and the things that he goes through, but I never really looked at it like people dealing with things internally and then get off stage and then go
Yeah.
behind the curtain and just fall out.
Fall
Just
out.
that's wild.
Yeah.
What happened to his friend anyway? Did he say?
He died.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how. He didn't get into the details of how he died. But just imagine getting some news that devastating right before
Right.
a show, like an hour before he has to perform.
Yeah.
I got to deal with this. I got to
Yeah.
take this and move it over here so I can't cancel the show.
Right. That is straight wild. I never knew he did that.
And
That's
you got to
crazy.
be funny.
Yeah.
I'm sad as hell on the inside.
You like on the outside.
But I got to go out here and be like,
this fake smile.
Yeah, and I'm super funny and
right.
Know,
and it just don't work like that. But he was able to do that.
He was able to do it. And we would have never known. If he would have never said anything, we'd have never known.
Yeah. I'd have been on
we didn't look at him like, he's a little off today. No, he was on.
Hey guys, I'm sure to be funny. Like the fakest smile ever. But no, yeah, but that's truly a professional though.
Yeah.
Like for a professional performer,
and
should
I think,
say.
At me watching that, I was just like, yo, like there's certain things you just like, I want to sing, things you aspire to do. Be like, you sure? You sure this the life you want?
You want to be in show business?
So that taught me something right there. And I was just like, okay, that's a level of seriousness that I didn't consider. So that just helps you prepare for that kind of thing. Like, it don't matter how you feeling. This
you say you still gonna go up and do it. That's how I feel every morning when I go to work.
Can't call off like if you work the 9 to 5. Like,
right.
I got the vid. I can't come.
Hip. Some people still perform with the vid. This week is it 27th?
Mm-hmm.
What is happening on the 27th?
On the 27th, we are going to be having an album release party.
Can I come?
You sure can.
Thank
You
you.
better be there. Also, it's my birthday party redo. My birthday was back in December, and I had to cancel it because there was a COVID surge here in St. Louis.
Panorama going on.
The whole panoramic just unleashed, and I had to cancel my party, so I didn't get to celebrate properly on my birthday.
You sound super sad about that.
I was super sad about it. I was so excited. You never been to a point where you just needed some fun in your life?
I think everybody's been dealing with that for the past 2 years.
I needed some fun, and I had to cancel it. I had to do the responsible thing. I was like,
I mean, I guess I don't know nobody else.
I didn't want my party to be the super spreader. So.
Well, that's how we got hit.
At a party?
Toya.
What happened?
I've been working with people with COVID for since the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
And we never got it. And so shout out to my brother-in-law for throwing the COVID party. But so Christmas Eve, he ended up, I think he playing karaoke. And so we picked a song. My wife and I sang, or she sang. I was just kind of her hype man. And by Sunday night, I was like, bruh, this ain't it. At work, shivering. Okay, fine. I just came home, took a test, and I was like, oh, it's negative. Cool. Mm-hmm. No, Tuesday, family members in the group text message positive. And we like, how did we all get this at the same? Because somebody was sick.
Yeah.
Yep. So it's a good thing you didn't do that.
Yeah, I had to be responsible. I mean, I really wanted to have fun, but so we're getting a chance to do a redo. So it's gonna be a lot of fun.
I'm gonna wear a mask.
A lot of my friends are coming out to hit the mic. So for me, I'm gonna hit the stage as well. But it's not like my concert. It's a party for me. I just want to celebrate.
Who performed last time you performed in Ferguson? What is the guy's name? I can't think of his name.
J.O. Joaquin Music.
He's dope.
He'll be there.
Can you teach me how to sing? But he can sing for real. Okay. So you got him performing. Who else? No, I mean Joaquin's not performing, is he? Okay, so who else?
He's performing. There's still some more people that haven't responded to me yet. It would be nice if y'all would call me back. But Chanel Scott, Antoinette Pig Harris, Malik, Amaris,
Latoya.
I don't want to miss nobody. Tasha B.
Latoya.
Yeah, of course I'll be there.
You gonna perform?
Jeremy Taylor.
With them?
No. Them may be there, I just want to.
Can I request that them are there, are present? I'm gonna get this out super quick so they can you can tag them in it.
Right.
Just tag this section. No, I'm sorry, this segment. No, but yeah, they gotta be there.
I hope so. I hope the whole city show up.
I'm not saying that it's just gonna make it, but they gotta be there because it's dope. Bet. Okay. So, where's this at?
Holly Lou.
And that's on
Entertainment. It's in Ferguson on South Florissant Road. 155 South Florissant Road.
I'm so from Ferguson. I can't say born and raised, but been there for since 1989, I think. So.
Okay.
My mom still live in Ferguson. Still live in the same house. Mom, you need to move. Seriously. Well, thank you.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure.
For coming back.
Round
Ain't
2.
no videos playing on this. Bruh.
That's hilarious.
No, it's not.
It was a little
I guess I could explain. Maybe not.
Or, you're a beginning podcaster.
I guess I could explain.
Go ahead.
So the first time we did this podcast, I had the music video channel playing in the background. And so when I went to upload it on YouTube, and it's crazy because we were actually just talking about on the podcast talking like algorithms and like all the other stuff works on social media. And somehow it was analyzing that every music video that was played, it wanted me to do the copyright on it. And it was like more than a dozen that it played within an hour. And I can't compete with it. So I was just like, I guess somebody was like, you could have just blurred it out, but the mics were in the foreground. So we would have just been, just out of there. You know what? I never thought to just put like an X or something through it, just like a little bit. Yeah. Good job, Tony. We'll see. Man, I'm super slow. Like, good job, Tony. Yeah, so anyway, that's what ended up happening. But yeah, so this podcast has been.
It's going to be fun. It's going to keep going and growing. I'm proud of you for starting it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
My wife wants to take it over, so. I should have had her interview you. Yeah. Actually, I totally should have had her interview.
I should do it together.
I know, right? See, no. No.
You can have multiple podcasts.
We could.
Categories.
Somebody was like, oh, man, you guys are great. I was like, you guys?
Yeah.
It's like, me? Maybe, because it's mine?
You say Tony versus Universe, so not
That's
Tony
exactly what I said. It's like mine? Okay.
But if it works, it works.
But I got to get Capo on here, and I got to get Tatum. But Tatum's going to be a minute, so for shiggity. Because I got to know this whole like process that he went through, which is dope. And I got to do an episode where his business is at. Y'all won't be able to hear, but I got to do a podcast where the business is at. Any event. Latoya, thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
And what were the guests supposed to say?
You want me to say it now? Or
I was like, what was the guest supposed to say? Because I don't even remember.
Okay, I'm going to turn towards the camera. Now, you're going to cut this and recut it. You want to be on it in it too?
Yep.
Thank you for tuning in to Tonyverse, the universe. Please like, share, and subscribe. And hit that little notification so you can keep up with all the latest episodes.
Yes. That's dope.